there. Yeah. So that's, where's your belly button? It's just below your belly button.
No, I want it a bit longer.
Okay.
No, it needs to be tighter than that. Please don't stop me.
The first item that I'm making is a top for my sister, which I wasn't planning on doing that as my first thing, but I feel like I need to make myself some stuff. But making a dress that I bought from a charity shop probably about 2 years ago now, and I've always had the intention to alter it, but I never have. But now I'm going to turn the top of the dress into a top for Isla by adjusting the size and adding small details to change the design. And then the rest of the fabric I'm going to make a two-piece for myself.
Wait, don't get me in it.
Just cutting the straps. No. I've cut the excess off and now I'm trying to hem the edge. So I've hemmed the bottom of it. And now I'm making some little strings of fabric to tie here as bows. Finished the top. I've added these little bows. They're not very good, but they'll do. It's really cute. So this is the top that I made for Isla. That's really cute. So I want to turn the rest of the dress into a two-piece for me. And I like the way it looks. Like this. Like a bit of it's rolled, and I'm thinking of making like a tube top with a matching skirt. Because I'm going to use this side seam and then sew it like this. So I've gone back and forth sewing it to get it nice and fitting. So now I'll roll it down. That's what it's going to look like on the other side. About here is where I want it to sit. I just took a big risk and randomly decided to make it asymmetric. I think it's cute though. Wait a damn minute. Sew that down and then obviously ignore my straps. Guys, I love this because the skirt that I'm going to make with it is going to be low rise, so it's going to be like this, and like this bit perfectly sits here to show my hip. The only thing is with sewing this bit down is that this side it looks okay because it's the original overlocking, but because I don't have an overlocker I can't overlock it, so this side is gonna have a seam like that. It has this adjustable detail here, so that is going to be like on the side of the skirt. I'll probably do it this side of the skirt. I don't know whether to do like an asymmetric skirt, but I feel like that's too much of an asymmetry for a skirt. This is Isla's top with the skirt that I made. I didn't even think about you being able to wear a two-piece, but you can. But that top also fits me, so we can both wear both the two pieces.
Yeah. And we can match. One of us can wear the set and one of us can wear on top.
To do it with this top that I found in the charity shop. So my plan is to seam rip the sleeves off and then adjust the side of the top to fit snug, and then with the excess fabric from the sleeves I'll make the bows to go on the shoulder. So I've took the sleeves off and it's changed the silhouette completely. It looks so much better. I don't think I need to take in the sides because it literally fits perfectly. So now what I'm going to do is hem the sleeve edge. So I've finished hemming the sleeves and I've decided to leave it just like this and not put the bows on here. So this is the final top. The next top that I'm going to be adjusting is this yellow one. It's like a vibrant mustard yellow. So I think the first step is to figure out how much fabric I want to be below the bust. I have cut and sewn the bottom piece of the top, so it goes like that tight, and then now I need to figure out the top of the top. Okay guys, so
you want pep smell?
Yes please. It's been a bit difficult to figure out how to do the top of it, but I think I've figured it out. So I've finished the sleeve. That's the panel that I've added in, and then I've hemmed the bottom very wonkily, but because I pulled the fabric tight when I was sewing it, it's created a sort of lettuce hem, which is nice. So this is going to be the sleeve that is going to be reattached to the top. So now I need to figure out how to make this top, because that is going to be attached there and then that's going to go there. So I'm thinking the sleeve is going to be attached there. So I've hemmed one edge of it, which is going to go at the top. So now I'm going to attach the sleeve up. This is the top half of the top, and it's a bit baggy there. So I've just sewn down the side to make it a bit more fitted, and then now I'm going to attach the other piece. So it's time for the final reveal. I've not tried it on yet. The sewing job is not my best, but on the outside you can hardly even tell that it's a mess on the inside. I've not tried it on yet. I've just finished sewing the bottom bit on. So, but you can tuck that under. I feel like it's okay. It's not the best, but it looks better than before. See, now what has gone wrong is not having enough fabric. So that meant that I've had to stitch this bottom bit all the way up to the armpit, but it's not supposed to go all the way up to the armpit. So this seam is supposed to sit below the bust, but it doesn't really. It kind of rides up. I think it suits her more.
Yeah,
because it's smaller, so it fits you better.
That's the ring you got.
Turn.
Her stuff?
Yeah.
So today is day 3 of sewing, and I've literally worn the same outfit for 3 days. Well, the same shorts. Alter this skirt to fit me as a mini skirt. It's the reason I bought it was because it's got a pinstripe detail and it's got a pinstripe pattern and it's got this detail on the front. Okay, so I'm in luck and it literally fits me exactly on my waist where I want it to. It's staying, do you know what I mean? So I need to mark out with my tailor's chalk where I'm gonna want this. So I'm trying to make a mini skirt. Chalk. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it, but I'm gonna leave an allowance to create a seam allowance basically, so I'm going to cut it longer than it needs to be. I've hemmed the edge, although it's like nowhere near the markings that I did on the outside. I had to redo them on the inside. So this is the skirt with the lining tucked in. As you can see, it's like an inch below where I actually wanted it, but at the back, it's in the right place where I wanted it. From this side seam, I think I might take the front up to there. Because I'd already hemmed it, it was quite tricky with the sides, so this is what I've ended up with inside, because I had to like gradually fold it over to blend it in. Goes up, but I don't really mind that because I wanted it to stay long on the back, short on the front. So now I've got this petticoat underneath. I kind of like the way it looks peeking out. This has literally made the exact skirt that I was imagining when I bought the piece. So I played around with adding dots in different places, but I think I'm just going to keep it as it is. This, that keeps folding up. Next I have another skirt, and I also had a vision to make this a mini skirt as well. It doesn't have a petticoat, which makes it much easier to adjust. Okay, so this one fits even lower waist. Fits like that. Is seam rip it at this bias point. Take this panel off and then make a long strip of a pleated fabric and then sew the pleat back on. Right guys, I ran into a bit of a problem. I've realised that the zip goes below the white bit. So I think this might even work out for the better. What I'll do, I'll cut it below the zip. I've cut the skirt to the desired length. And then with the excess fabric, I measured how big I wanted the pleats to be. And then I've cut out 2 strips. So for the pleats, if I make them 1 centimetre, then I need double the fabric. Do you get what I mean? Say the width of that and the whole thing, say that's like 60 inches. To make the pleats, because I'm folding the fabric, I need 120 inches. And all I've done is one strip. I've measured 2 centimetres from the side, marked it, rolled it up, pinned it and top stitched it. So that is ready to be pleated. So it's going to be pleated this end. So I'll sew it like that. Okay, so I sewed both pieces together and I measured out 2 centimetres and I have pleated this whole thing. Now I need to measure out how much of the pleat I actually need, because I don't need all of this. Many minutes later it's been sewn. I decided to sew it before I measure it to the skirt because I feel like that would be easier. So now I need to find the seam that's halfway. I think it's this one. So I cut the excess pleat off and then I've pinned it on inside out, and now I'm going to sew along the bottom to attach the pleat. Right, I've been working on this skirt probably for like 3 or 4 hours now. And I've finished it. Guys, look.
Nice.
It sticks out a bit at the side, but you can iron that and it won't. I thought that it was sitting a bit too low rise because it was like down here, so what I've done is put a dart in this side. Oh, you can actually see because it's not meeting anymore, but it doesn't really matter. So then it's just made it tighter on the waist.